What is up, Supersexuals? Good morning to you all that are in the proper time zone or areas of where mornings actually happen and not upside down to where it's like, it's pretty much actually nighttime right now. But I do have a special match for you guys. This is from last weekend, or the previous weekend. This was during Sucker4Jessica's stream, good old Kashif. And this one was towards the end of his stream. He's getting done. He's going to go, his girlfriend was there, Jessica. And somehow the stream talked her, or peer pressured her into doing a battle, and I decided, you know what, I'll do a battle with her. I heard that, she was going to grab Pokemon that she thought was cute, so I was like, hey, you know what, I'll do the exact same thing, except, my team is like a lot better, a lot worse off than hers is, but whatever. I think it's like one of her first battles, so it's like whatever, we'll rock with it. I don't care, I'll bring what I want, and we'll do this. So I'm leading off with Pichu, because Pichu is, I don't know, Pichu is fucking adorable as shit. So I'm gonna lead off with Pichu. Pichu is kind of a man. I'm gonna go for the fake out on the Metagross because I just don't straight give a fuck. So I'm gonna go for the fake out and then I go for reversal because I thought it was reverse priority, like counter. But apparently it's not, and that does nothing because, that was totally useless. So I go for a reversal on 1 HP. It turns out that doesn't do shit either, and I'm going to die to Hammer Arm Ice Punch combo. So I'm going to bring in Kitty, which is my Butterfree, which is going to give me the best shot here to try and win this match, is just to try and set up with this thing and take out some of these huge threats. So I Sleep Powder, fortunately I Sleep Powder that, and I go for the Quiver Dance, and I'm like, I don't know because I don't know the EV spread exactly on this Butterfree, if I can take a Choice Banded Bullet Punch. So I'm like, alright, let's go into Pachi 2.0. I can resist it, and hopefully fire Acrobatics, Flying Gem, Acrobatics, Flying Gem, Acrobatics Thingamabobber, hits a Scizor, hopefully be able to 2-hit KO it. But she decides to switch it up and goes for the Brick Break that turn. And I'm like, alright, well that's cool. Now she goes for the Bullet Punch. I'm like, alright Pachi, can you live? Nope, not gonna live. She gets a crit. I'm not really sure. I don't really think that mattered. I don't think I would have lived. But I'm gonna bring in House, and she's gonna do she's gonna put on her prediction pants and predict the Fire Fang, and she's gonna bring in Purdy, which is a Suicune, and that's kind of a problem. So I'm gonna go for the Fire Fang, and she's gonna red card me out into Furret, and this Furret doesn't have Thunderbolt because I'm a genius. Sorry, I'm just got all these coughs, but I'm gonna go for the Hyper Beam because I'm Specs, I'm modest, don't give a fuck. So she's gonna end up resting on the turn that I have to recharge, so it's like shit, because I'm like, alright, I gotta hope that I can Hyper Beam combo this thing in a few turns to where it doesn't wake up, and that way it can kind of be like a 2-hit KO. So I'm gonna Hyper Beam this time. It's gonna do over half because Furret is a fucking monster. So I'm gonna recharge, and then she's gonna switch out instead of taking her luck on, trying to recharge. But I'm going to go for the Hyper Beam regardless on her switch and hit the fucking Skarmory. And that does almost half. That does almost half to a Skarmory. Choice Specs Furt is a monster. Holy shit. I know it's probably not, it's not specially defensive, probably physically defensive Skarm, but holy fuck, that's a fucking ridiculous amount of damage. So I'm gonna go for the Fire Fang from House, and as you can see, it is most likely probably physically defensive, as Fire Fang doesn't do shit. But then again, I am a fucking bag on. So I'm gonna go for the Dragon Dance here, thinking, maybe she won't Whirlwind me out, but she's gonna Whirlwind me out, and House is gonna get knocked out of there, and then she's gonna whirl me out into Kitty, and then she's gonna bring in Metagross, which is already asleep. I guess she forgot that thing was asleep, because I think she did, because she was like, oh, this thing's asleep, and I was like, yeah. So I'm gonna go ahead and Quiver Dance on that, and then she's gonna be switching again. I think I'm just gonna go for the Bug Buzz, possibly. Yeah, just go for the Bug Buzz at +1. Gonna hit this Vaporeon on the switch in. I'm not sure if oh yeah, I get a crit there. That actually does help me out quite a bit, since it does put some damage on that. So I'm gonna go for another Quiver Dance, thinking maybe you want a Toxic or something, but turns out this is a really weird Vaporeon set, and it has Muddy Water. I think Kashif said it was his Baton Pass support Vaporeon with that Wish not Wish, Acid Armor substitute, and Muddy Water. It's that really weird set that he had that helped him out, but whatever. I'm gonna be able to Quiver Dance. He does get the accuracy drop, but I'm gonna go for another Bug Buzz, and she brings in Espeon by total accident. She's like, oh, I did not. I think she said she forgot that thing's Psychic type, but she doesn't. She only knows like first and second gen, but she's gonna bring in Scizor. I'm thinking, alright, I'm gonna bank on that Butterfree is kind of a monster and can live. And it turns out it does live, and it hits the Scizor with Bug Buzz, and I'm looking pretty good. Butterfree is actually putting the team on its back and helping me be in this match quite a bit. So she's gonna bring in her Skarmory. I'm gonna go for the Bug Buzz. I have Bug Buzz and Psychic. I don't really have anything to hit the Skarmory with. I could have switched out, but didn't really have anything to bring in on a Skarmory to like help do damage. My best thing is to bring in Furret, take the Spice damage, and then hit it with a fucking Flamethrower. Flamethrower obviously could do a bunch of damage. I was hoping she wouldn't go into Suicune, but she's gonna end up having to go into Suicune regardless after this, because you know I think she has this Suicune Vaporeon. She has 2 water types and Metagross left, and I'm just like, well, I'm just kind of like, well, fuck. Suicune's asleep. I don't want to stay in. I'm gonna try and double switch Furret out and get all this thing going. Maybe bring in Hourpals and set up, and I think that's what I'm trying to do, is going to bring in Hourpals and try and set up some Dragon Dances. But she brings in Vaporeon, and I'm like, well, fuck, Vaporeon's kind of a monster, so I'm going to go for the Dragon Dance regardless, because I know this thing has muddy water, and I'm thinking maybe Hourpals can take one, but then I see Acid Armor, and that's where I find out that I think it is the Baton Pass support set. I'm just like, well, fuck. So she's going to be getting +2 on her Vaporeon and defenses every time I Dragon Dance, and while I get +1, she's getting +2, and I'm just like, well, this math is kind of sucking really hard. So Acid Armor and Dragon Dances are going to be happening, and I think she's going to end up setting up a sub here, and I'm going to go for Dragon Claw eventually, and it's not going to do shit. It's not even going to break this up. I'm going to take a sip of coffee while this goes on, so I'm going to actually, no, because I'm faster, but Dragon Claw doesn't do shit. Then she substitute, and I see the substitute HP, and I'm like, oh, I'm just out of range, so I think I'm going to set up a Dragon Dance here, then Dragon Claw, and hope it take you out. I'm going to take a sip of coffee. Dragon Dance. Ah, that's good coffee. Alright, so yeah, like I said, it's the morning. So Muddy Water happens, and she misses, and I'm like, yes, Howard Prowse. Alright, now we go for the Dragon Claw. Hopefully, we can break this sub, and then that'll be the end of this fucking thing. So, go for that, and it doesn't break the sub, surprisingly. I'm guessing min-max variant, because, like, looking at the HP, I was just out of the range of a +1, possibly. I don't know. But go for another Dragon Dance. That she keeps missing Muddy Waters, which is amazing. But then she goes for the last Acid Armor, and I'm just like, God dang it. Because, like, man, I'm not going to be able to break this sub. My best bet is to try and break this sub, possibly fodder out, and bring in Furret, and hopefully take this thing out. And I think I have a Spindle left. I should have foddered Spindle a long time ago. But it turns out actually Muddy Water can take me out. So it's like, wow. So I actually end up breaking the sub. And I think I bring in Furret. Just going to go for that Hyper Beam just to do as much damage as I can on this thing. Just get this thing out of my way. Hopefully Hyper Beam can like crit and like demolish this thing, because she's got 2 pokes that are asleep, but then she actually misclicks and goes for the Acid Armor, and that actually, it doesn't really matter because I have to recharge either way, and she's going to go for the Muddy Water here, and it's going to take me out. I think pretty much everyone's like, she bought like an extra turn of leftovers. She's like, she bought an extra turn of leftovers on you because she knows you're going to have to recharge. I'm like, no, that's terrible. So I'm going to bring it out of control. I have Focus Sash, but I'm going to go for that Fake Out. It's not going to do shit because it's like +6 defense Vaporeon. I'm staring at it. And then it goes for a Baton Pass, and I'm just like, well, fuck. Here comes Metagross, and Metagross is +6 resists my only attacks, which are all stab, which is all normal, which is like crap. So I'm gonna go for that Dizzy Punch, combination with the sleep, hopefully to get some confusion hacks of some sort going my way. Maybe Spinda could put the team on its back. I think I really want to try out the whole contrary, or is it contrary or perversity? I can't remember what the fuck it's calling. The one that like gives you the positive boost when you have negative boosts, and do the superpower Spinda and just start superpowering the fuck out of everything. But I don't think it would have done much here anyways, because Metagross is looking at me and he's like, hey, I'm +6 in defense, and he's got a hammer arm. I'm like, hey, Spinda, maybe you can live and you're bulky, and they're just gonna die. So that's gonna end up being the match. So those are really fun games, Jessica. that was, I don't even know if I think she's battled with Chief a few times, but yeah, that was a really fun match. I had fun with it. I think it was a great way to go out on that stream. I do want to get my rematch in sometime soon. I think I said that at the end, towards the end of my stream. It's like, I want to get a rematch against you, and we'll do a whole nother match. So, that's gonna be it for me, guys. I'm gonna finish up this cup of coffee that I have here, and then I'm just gonna end up getting ready for classes that begin in like an hour. I think I'm gonna go out and go get some breakfast before class. Try and enjoy the day, even though it's raining like shit outside. Holy fuck! I'm just gonna try and enjoy the day the most I can before classes, and then after class, and then go to work and all that other stuff. So I hope you guys enjoyed this match. It was a lot of fun. It was just really random, and for hyper beaming everything and Butterfree just putting the team on his back at some points. But it was a really fun match regardless. I figured you guys would enjoy it. So, yeah, JessicaUsed tier. Yeah, JU tier. Let's go. So that's going to be it for me, guys. Links is all in the description. I'm going to go ahead and call it a day. So I will catch you Zebra Sexuals later. Cheers.